I decided to install a standard ceiling fan in my bedroom, thinking it would be a nice, simple upgrade to keep the room cool. Fast forward a week, and I'm lying in bed watching these massive, heavy wooden blades whipping around violently above me, wobbling so much I genuinely thought the whole unit was going to snap off and crash down onto my face. Then there was the constant dust issue, a thick line of grey fuzz that accumulated on the leading edges of the blades within mere days. The absolute final straw was when my tall brother-in-law came over to visit, stretched his arms out in the bedroom, and nearly got a free haircut from the fan blades. 7. Orison Bladeless Ceiling Fan. When I first pulled this out of the box, I was cautiously optimistic about its low-profile design. It features an integrated LED light ring and a hidden rotor system that is supposed to give you a sleek, modern look while keeping the moving parts safely tucked away. The aesthetics are decent from a distance, making it a plausible choice for a minimalist room where you don't want a bulky fixture hanging down from the ceiling. However, the installation process was where my frustrations immediately began. The mounting bracket felt slightly flimsy in my hands, and the provided instructions were about as clear as mud. Once I finally got it wired up and attached to the ceiling, I noticed that the plastic housing didn't sit perfectly flush against the drywall, leaving a tiny but annoying gap that light occasionally leaks through. In terms of airflow, the Orison performs adequately if you are standing directly underneath it. The unclosed blade system does funnel the air downward as intended, but the spread is surprisingly narrow. Furthermore, when I cranked the fan up to its highest speed setting to see what the internal motor could really do, the noise level became a significant distraction. It produces a noticeable humming and a loud rushing wind sound that would definitely keep me awake if I tried to use it in a bedroom setting. The lighting on this unit also left a bit to be desired during my daily testing. While it boasts dimmable LED capabilities which are controlled by the remote, I noticed a very slight, rapid flickering when the brightness was dialed down to its lowest setting. 6. CannonX Fandelier. This model markets itself heavily on its certified lighting system that ranges from 3,500K to 5,500K, offering adjustable color temperatures. From a design standpoint, the CannonX aims for a slightly more futuristic aesthetic with intricate cutouts along the side profile. It definitely catches the eye and serves as a conversation piece when guests walk into the room, blending the functionality of a flush mount-ceiling light with a concealed fan mechanism. During my testing period, I spent a lot of time playing with the different lighting modes to see how they altered the mood of the room. The color temperature transitions are technically functional and look decent, but the remote control interface proved to be quite frustrating. I often found myself having to press the buttons multiple times just to get the ceiling receiver to register the command. There is a strange latency between clicking the remote and the fan actually responding, which makes quick adjustments much more tedious than they need to be. When evaluating the cooling power, the CannonX utilizes a standard multi-speed reversible motor. On the lower settings, the fan is relatively quiet and provides a very gentle circulation that feels nice on a mild afternoon. However, much like the Orison, the air distribution is heavily localized to the center of the room. If you step even a few feet away from the direct downward path of the fixture, the breeze drops off dramatically. This severely limits its usefulness in larger living rooms or master bedrooms. Another issue I encountered after a few weeks of testing was a slight rattle developing in the housing. Because the outer shell is made of a very lightweight plastic material, the vibrations from the highest fan speed cause the casing to vibrate against the mounting plate. While you can fix this by adding a bit of foam weather stripping behind the bracket, you shouldn't have to DIY a solution for a brand new appliance just to keep it quiet. 5. HUMHOLD Bladeless Ceiling Fan. Right out of the box, the materials felt significantly more robust compared to the previous two contenders. The acrylic lampshade has a premium matte finish that diffuses the integrated LED light beautifully, eliminating any harsh glare and providing a soft, even illumination across the room. It feels like a solid piece of hardware that was designed with long-term durability in mind. The installation process for the HUMHOLD was an absolute breath of fresh air. The mounting hardware is heavy-duty, and the internal wiring is neatly organized with quick connect terminals that save you from messing with endless wire nuts. I was able to get this unit mounted, wired, and running in under 20 minutes without any swearing or sweating. It sits perfectly flush against the ceiling, which is exactly what you want from a low-profile fixture, making the room feel instantly taller and more spacious. When I put the fan through its paces, I was genuinely impressed by the smart features integrated into this model. Alongside a very responsive and ergonomic physical remote control, the companion smartphone app works flawlessly. I love being able to set automated schedules, adjusting the fan speed and light temperature without having to get up from my couch. The app connects quickly via Bluetooth every time, and the interface is incredibly intuitive, making everyday use a breeze. As for the airflow, the HUMHOLD utilizes a well-engineered internal deflector that helps push the air outward rather than just straight down onto the floor. During my testing in a medium-sized guest room, the breeze was easily felt in the far corners of the space. The motor is wonderfully quiet, even on the medium and high settings, offering excellent cooling performance without forcing you to turn up the volume on your television or raise your voice. 4. DLLT cage ceiling fan. Instead of a sleek plastic dome, this fan features a rustic, industrial metal cage that fully surrounds the hidden blades. If your home has a farmhouse, vintage, or industrial aesthetic, this unit is going to look absolutely stunning in your space. The metal framework is incredibly sturdy, coated in a high-quality matte black finish that naturally resists fingerprints and dust accumulation. One of the standout features of this fan during my testing was its versatile lighting setup. Rather than relying on a built-in, non-replaceable LED board that you have to throw away if it breaks, the DLLT model uses standard E26 light bulb sockets. This is a massive advantage for anyone who is particular about their home lighting. I was able to screw in my own Edison-style smart bulbs, allowing me to integrate the fan's lighting into my existing smart home ecosystem effortlessly, giving me total control over the exact brightness and color profile. The fan performance itself is driven by a very capable internal copper motor that operates with buttery smoothness. The hidden blades are pitched at an aggressive angle within the cage, allowing them to pull in a massive amount of air from the ceiling and force it downward efficiently. I found that this fan moves a surprising volume of air for its relatively compact size, instantly cooling down my dining area during a particularly hot afternoon. It also features a reversible motor, making it highly useful in the winter for pushing warm air back down to the floor. Maintenance and cleaning are usually a nightmare with cage ceiling fans, but DLLT solved this beautifully. The bottom plate of the metal cage features a simple latch system that swings open on a hinge, giving you direct, unimpeded access to the blades. 3. LEDIARY Bladeless Ceiling Fan. This model is an absolute masterclass in modern, minimalist design. It is incredibly slim, hugging the ceiling so closely that you might mistake it for a standard architectural skylight when it's turned off. The outer rim features an ultra-bright, edge-lit LED panel that produces an incredibly smooth and consistent light output. There are no dark spots, shadows, or visible diodes anywhere, giving the room a premium, high-end ambience that you usually only see in luxury hotels. What really elevated the LEDIARY during my daily testing was its advanced memory function. A major annoyance with many modern smart fans is that if you turn them off using your traditional wall switch, they completely forget your previous lighting and speed settings. The LEDIARY remembers exactly where you left it. When you flip the wall switch back on, it instantly returns to your preferred color temperature and brightness level. This small quality of life feature makes a massive difference in daily usability. The airflow dynamic on this fan is fantastic, featuring a specialized natural breeze mode that I fell in love with. Instead of just blasting air at a constant, mechanical speed, the motor intelligently ramps up and down to simulate the feeling of an actual outdoor breeze coming through an open window. I found myself leaving this mode on all afternoon while working from my home office. It is incredibly refreshing and prevents the dried out feeling you get in your eyes from a constant, unwavering stream of air. Furthermore, the acoustic engineering on the LEDIARY is undeniably top tier. On the lowest 3 settings, the motor is completely silent. You cannot hear a single hum, click, or rattle, making this an absolutely perfect choice for a master bedroom or a baby's nursery. 2. ZMISHIBO Flush Mount Fan. From the very moment I hoisted it out of its packaging, I could tell it was a premium product. The outer chassis is constructed from a high-grade, durable alloy rather than cheap plastic, giving it a reassuring weight and rigidity. The frosted acrylic light cover is thick and securely fastened, housing one of the brightest and most color-accurate LED arrays I have ever tested in any home lighting fixture. During my lighting tests, the ZMISHIBO blew away the competition with its exceptionally high color rendering index, or CRI. This means that the light it produces closely mimics real natural sunlight, making the colors of your furniture, paint, and decor look incredibly vibrant and true to life. If you're installing a fan in a kitchen, a craft room, or a walk-in closet where accurate lighting is crucial for your daily tasks, this feature alone makes it worth the investment. The stepless dimming is also completely smooth from 1% all the way to maximum brightness. But the absolute best feature of this fan, and the main reason it scored so high in my testing, is the rotating wind deflector. Below the spinning fan blades, there is a secondary rotating grill. As this grill slowly and silently turns, it actively sweeps the column of air around the entire 360-degree radius of the room. Instead of just cooling the area directly beneath the fan, the ZMISHIBO effectively circulates the air from wall to wall. I tested this in a large, open living room, and I could literally feel the breeze on my face from 15 feet away. 1. VOLISUN. Simply put, this fan is a complete game changer that completely redefined my expectations for what a ceiling fixture can actually do. The design is sleek, modern, and unobtrusive, but packed inside this low-profile shell is an array of technology that leaves everything else in the dust. The build quality is flawless, with a seamless exterior that looks like a high-end designer fixture rather than a traditional home cooling appliance. What immediately sets the VOLISUN apart during my hands-on testing is its incredible dual lighting system. Not only does it have a massive, ultra-bright primary LED panel with fully adjustable color temperatures for your everyday lighting needs, but it also features an upward-facing RGB backlight. This backlight projects a stunning, vibrant halo of color onto your ceiling. Using the highly responsive smartphone app, I could sync the backlight to my music, choose from millions of distinct colors, or set a warm, glowing amber light for watching movies at night. It completely transforms the atmosphere of any room at the push of a button. When it comes to performance, the VOLISUN houses a heavy-duty, pure copper DC motor that is staggeringly powerful. It features 6 different, distinct speed settings, and on maximum power, it genuinely creates a veritable wind tunnel in your home. Yet, incredibly, the motor remains whisper quiet even at full blast. The internal aerodynamics are perfectly tuned, utilizing a multi-directional deflector grill that spreads the powerful breeze evenly across massive spaces. It instantly cooled down my large, open-concept living room in minutes during my stress tests. After months of rigorous, daily use, the VOLISUN has not skipped a single beat. It has never lost connection to the app, the remote control works flawlessly through walls, and the LED panels have shown zero signs of dimming, flickering, or yellowing over time. Outro. And there you have it, the top 7 bladeless ceiling fans available today. Whether you're looking for a rustic cage design or a fully integrated smart home experience with ambient RGB lighting, there is finally a great option out there to replace those wobbly, dusty traditional fans. Let me know down in the comments which one you are planning to install in your home. I will see you in the next video.